Today's video is a bat-inspired theme, as you can probably tell. This one is really simple for those people that aren't that artistic and are kind of capable of copying like a silhouette. I just found a photo of flying bat silhouette on Pinterest and used that inspiration to help me get the idea, and then the rest just came up as it happened. Thank you so much for coming back and checking out today's Halloween video. I really appreciate it, and if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe so that you can see tomorrow's Halloween video. If you are interested in knowing how to do this makeup look, stay tuned because it's about to happen. My spotted mug is back to grace your lovely computer/phone screens. Welcome back, guys. As you have already seen or may have already been able to tell, today's video is going to be a bat Halloween vibe. I'm quite excited to do this one. This is going to be quite interesting. It's going to have contacts, but it's going to have actual makeup, but as well as painting. I don't think it would take that long, so actually to recreate I don't think it'll be that difficult. I am going to try and do my best with the commentary of this one, but I'm not quite sure how commentative it'll be. The only brushes I'm going to be using today are these two. These are my brushes literally from when I did art at school, and as always I'm going to be using my dirty Snazzaroo paint. So without further ado, I'm going to chuck in my contacts and get going. So I'm going to start out by putting on my contacts from Mesmerize. I've said before these are amazing, but as you might be able to see in a minute, it's wise putting them on before you start the rest of your makeup, otherwise your eyes are going to run and the rest of your makeup will go with it. I've chosen the Wonderland primer today because it is a bit thicker and we're wearing a fair bit of product, and after the primer I'm going to be using the Soap & Glory Colour Corrector Concealer just to cover those blemishes. I've chosen the Too Faced Born This Way foundation today because the coverage is incredible, but it's also light enough to not feel so heavy. And after that, the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. I've also used a L'Oreal concealer to highlight under my eyes, and I'm just blending that through with a beauty blender. I'm then using the Ka-Brow Gel in shade 5 for my brows and just filling those in, making them nice and sharp on the edges to really get a dramatic effect. To set all of that makeup, I'm using the Makeup Forever translucent powder, but only a tiny bit on this huge brush because the coverage is amazing. I'm then bronzing up with the Big Barry M bronzer, followed by contouring using the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D in the 2 darkest shades. For a slightly more faded effect, I'm taking the peachy shade in that Kat Von D palette, and I'm also going to be using the Alchemist Holographic palette by Kat Von D in shade Sapphire to get a purple glow on my cheekbone. Now for the eyes, as always, I'll be using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot just to prime my lids, and I'm going to be using today the 35B palette from Morphe in all of the green shades. So I'm taking the 2 darkest shades of green first to set my crease, followed by a really nice Mediterranean shade to brighten it a little bit, followed by the shimmery green to really make it pop, and then I'm going to be using a black shade from the same palette to really contrast against the lighter green. Taking my small smudger brush, I'm going to follow that green underneath my eye to really keep it all connected, and then I'm taking a Max Factor green eye pencil and taking that in my waterline. I'm then taking my Kat Von D True Tattoo liner and marking out a really specific wing, then filling that in with the Maybelline Master Ink liner, followed by plopping on a pair of eyeliner lashes. Like, these ones are amazing because they're so thick and wispy, so you get that really feminine feel, but at the same time the band is really thin, so it makes it really easy to sculpt them to your eye shape. Okay, now that the face makeup and everything is done, we are on to the arty half of this makeup look. I'm really excited. I don't think this is going to be too complicated, so even if you're not artistic or you find it a bit difficult, all you have to do is find a stencil cutout online, and then you can just use that. It's really easy. Like, all you have to do is just find a picture on Pinterest and copy the outlines, and then just make them start really big here and then get smaller and smaller around here. That's my plan. As my usual disclaimer, I am wearing a strapless top before people freak out that I'm naked. I promise you I'm not. It is a strapless little thing, so we're all good. As usual, I'm going to be using the paints from Snazzaroo. I have found this picture here to copy the general outlines of bats. So I've just found this photo. This is on Pinterest, and I'm going to be using the general shapes as a guide to know the dimensions and all that stuff. But once we have the general shapes on, it will be down to us. So let's get going. The first bat on my chest I want to be the biggest one, so it's going to start off in the lower corner, and I'm just going to draw out a general outline to begin with before I fill it in, and then I'm just going to go on to draw out some more. So as I go further up my neck and towards my face, the bats I want to get smaller and smaller, so it looks like they're starting off really close and going further into the distance. A really easy tip on how to get some nice wings on these bats is if you ever drew birds as a kid and you drew like the M shape and then the V shape, if you just copy that and draw some like diagonal and jagged lines underneath, that is basically a bat shape to a T. Anyway, carrying on, I'm then going to be using the black to fill in the rest of the bats and using the white to sculpt out some veins and any other marks that you want. To really get that sense of distance, I would only use the white on the first few bats, so the bigger they are, use the white. As you can see, I've only used it on a couple. And then to really finish off the bats, I'm just going to do some really faint M and V shapes on my foreheads. And to finish up, I'm going to use that face paint just to use it as lipstick. But Kat Von D does an amazing black lipstick if you're looking for something a bit more permanent. And that's it. That's finished. It's done. It's so easy. That is honestly all there is to it. It is like probably the most simple actual Halloween thing I can come up with. If you're wearing this as like a costume, you could totally wear it with like a strapless dress or like a strappy top or something really simple. That's the beauty of this one. And if you're feeling creative, you can carry the bats on down your arms. It's up to you. That's the good thing about this one, is you can just mold it to suit your preference. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you like this kind of makeup. If you do, make sure you let me know so I can come up with other ideas that are similar to this. And if you have liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you haven't already subscribed, you will get a notification when I post, and there will be another Halloween video out tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to know when I'm posting, make sure you click the button so that you don't miss it. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye friends, see you later.